Sony. The only thing I can say is the same thing my mother used to say to me before she used to punish me. Jay, if you can't hear, you must feel. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Jay's Gamepad, everybody, and all my fellow G's and gamers out there, welcome back. Sony, I hope you're feeling it right now. Because what's going on right now? Clearly, it seems Japanese gamers are fed up and done with PlayStation 5. It seems like the PlayStation brand is declined in Japan since the Japanese gamers are frustrated with the censorship and the price hikes violating basically. Since Sony moved their headquarters from Japan to America, they seem to have clearly been focusing on the American audience, the American gamers. Japanese gamers are migrating from PlayStation to Xbox, Nintendo Switch to PC because they've had enough. They fucking had enough. And it's crazy because it's like, when you think about it like this, the cost of living around the world has gone up, which clearly is a necessity. It's something that us human beings need. We need electric, we need running water, we need gas, we need food, we need clothing, so forth and so on. All these things are a necessity. Gaming isn't a necessity. You would think, in a time of crisis, that companies would be trying to lower their prices the best they can to accommodate its customers. Think about it this way. The average gamer, the common gamer, if everything around the world has gone up to live, I'm not thinking about spending money on gaming. And when I do have extra income, I've got to be very careful and very calculated when and how I spend my money. Why am I going to spend my money on a company that thinks it's okay to rise its prices? Because of inflation. I'm going to say this, and I've said it a few times before, and this is just my personal beliefs. There is no hard facts. It's just my opinion. I've said multiple times that I've always believed that big corporations, big companies like Microsoft, like Sony, they knew about the pandemic. They knew the lockdown was going to happen. Sony decided to bring out their console in a time when we are going through a crisis, okay? The C virus. Are you trying to tell me that they didn't have difficulties then? They did. The console was still £450 over here in the UK. What's changed since then to now? What? Inflation? Nah. When prices should be going down, they're going up. It's been 2 years, practically 2 years since the PlayStation 5 has been out. Normally consoles are meant to go down or you're meant to get really good deals. But they're going up. Because what? Because of inflation. And America, like I said before, immune to inflation, immune to recession, immune to the pandemic. No, they're not. Because clearly everybody else wasn't immune to that. Everywhere around the world, the prices have gone up. Immediately. Apart from Japan. I think it's like the 15th of September. But the Japanese have spoken. They're like, you know what, fuck this shit. We're taking the piss. Sony, you ain't even the same company that we even recognize. They used to bring out like so many Japanese games in Japan. But now they hardly don't even bring out any Japanese games anymore since they've moved over to America. The Japanese are probably looking at like, why the fuck should I continue to invest in this console when the games have gone up in price but nothing has changed in terms of the quality? Games come out still broken. Games come out being patched galore. Games are still taking the same amount of time to be made. Yes, they look better and play better, but they would do because they're on a more powerful console. So what is everybody paying extra money for? Because nothing's really changed. If you say the quality's changed, of course it's going to change. The console's more powerful, so the graphics was it meant to be improved. It's meant to have better frame rates because that's what the console was built for. But in terms of the games within themselves, the game development and the state that they get released in, nothing has really changed. So we're paying £70 for games, and there's multiple arguments you can make for it. Some for, some against. And now they've risen the price of the console. And like I said in my previous video, fuck knows how much the PlayStation VR 2 is going to be now. Fuck knows how much the DualSense Edge Pro controller is going to be now. You know what I'm saying? Because they're hardware. The headsets are hardware. The controller's hardware. Yes, it's an accessory, but it's hardware. It comes with the console. So fuck knows how much that's going to be. So as a gamer that's living in Japan, why the fuck should I keep on spending money on this company that clearly don't give a fuck about me? Clearly not making games like they used to, like for me anymore. And just raising all their prices for all their products. Why should I bother? And their service isn't particularly that great compared to Xbox Game Pass. So why should I buy the console? So it doesn't surprise me that a lot of Japanese gamers are moving over to Xbox, moving over to Nintendo Switch, moving over to PC. It doesn't surprise me because the service on Xbox is cheaper. Xbox Game Pass, yes, I know Xbox are taking a hit. Yes, I know they've got Microsoft backing them, they can afford to do it, but I don't see Nintendo talking about raising its prices. I don't see Xbox talking about the raising their prices, and like I don't see PC talking about the games are going to be more expensive. So what are you doing, Sony? This doesn't surprise me at all. And I just want to highlight something here, just to back up my point of view. 2007 to 2009, we had something called the Great Global Recession. I don't remember Sony coming out back then talking about the PlayStation 3 is getting a price increase because of the recession. I don't remember Sony coming out and talking about inflation then and talking about recession then. And that was a recession. This is just inflation. The recession is meant to be worse than inflation. Nah, it's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. And you know what, yeah? I hope as gamers around the world, this gaming community, I really hope we band together like we did when the Xbox One came out with their bullshit, when Microsoft tried to come out with their bullshit. I hope we band together the same way and speak with our wallets. I really do. I really hope and pray that we speak and vote with our wallets. Because, like I said at the top of this video, if you can't hear Sony, you must feel. And the only way that they're gonna feel is in their goddamn pockets. So that's what we need to do. We need to vote with our wallets. We need to vote with our money. Vote with our purchases. That's what we need to do. Because that's the only language that they seem to understand. And I said that like the fact that America is the only country that isn't affected by this is bullshit. And it's basically a fuck you the rest of the world, even Japan, that's got price increases. It's basically a fuck you to everybody else because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Because if you're gonna say, oh, it's inflation, shipping routes, the issue in Taiwan, all these other things, the whole world is affected by that. The whole world, everybody, all of us. So I don't understand. Like you can move numbers around and make it look like something that it really isn't. But like I said, I believe that part of the reason that in the US it's the same price is because I got a feeling that a lot of the gamers out there, they would switch because they're dealing with inflation as well. Oil prices going up, prices of food going up, everything going up. If they turn around and said to the gamers out there or to the people out there, oh yeah, your gaming's going up too. I don't know, maybe they've had projections that the people, the gamers, will go nuts, riot, make up a noise, Maybe they might even roll up on Sony HQ. Like, who knows? I don't know. But the point is that, like, it doesn't make any sense that America is the only country that's not affected by the price increases. And like I said, are you trying to tell me that America wasn't affected by the pandemic? You try to tell me that America's immune to inflation, immune to recession, immune to all these prices going up? They're not dealing with the same issues that all the other countries around the world, Europe, the Western countries, are dealing with right now? They are. We all are. Anyway, let me know about your thoughts and opinions in regards to the issue in Japan. Japanese gamers basically just, fuck you Sony, I've had enough, I'm done with your bullshit. Last straw, migrating over to different consoles. And I said that this was going to happen because you got a lot of gamers here that sit on the fence. You got the in-between gamers that follow trends. Obviously Sony's been killing it, so a lot of gamers, like, you know, casual gamers, they probably gone out and bought a PS4 trying to get a PS5 that they can't buy anyway, which is crazy. And now they've increased the price, and like a lot of these gamers are like myself and other gamers that want to get PlayStation 5 can't even find one, and they want to come out and say, oh, we're increasing the prices of the PlayStation 5. It doesn't surprise me that, you know what I mean, like these gamers are now looking at Xbox, looking at Nintendo Switch, looking at gaming on PC now. And it doesn't surprise me that the Japanese gamers are doing this, and they are speaking very loudly. And like I said, they're doing it with their wallets and their purchases. So, do you know what, Sony? If you can't hear, you must feel. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. That's how it is. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification if you like man's content or any of my content. You can also hit me up on the social, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, Jay's Gamepad across the board. You ain't gotta hit anything else but that. And also, if you wanna hit me up or find me on PlayStation, my gaming name is MrGhostProtocol. So I guess I will see you and speak to you real soon.